Here we have verse 2 of the 21st chapter of the Gospel of John. John introducing this last scene in which Jesus appears to his disciples, beginning with the word eison, third person plural, imperfect active indicative of eimi, I am. So there were would be the idea. They were. And then the ones that were there are going to be several disciples, two of whom John leaves unnamed. But nevertheless, it makes a total of seven here, seven disciples that are going to be involved. We have homu, together, indeclinable adverbs, so they were together. And then first of all, Simon Petros, Simon Peter. The continued use of the name Peter would suggest that Peter still, in spite of his remarkable failure earlier in denying Christ, nevertheless is counted one of the disciples and indeed is apparently still kind of at the head of him in terms of how this story is told. So there were Simon Peter, Kai, then secondly Thomas, who gave the great affirmation of faith in the previous chapter. Ho legomenos, from lego I say, this is a participle, present, participle, masculine, singular nominative, referring to Thomas, who is being called or being said didymus, which means a twin. So John will add that little description there. Simon Peter, Thomas, and we have thirdly Nathanael. Nathanael, we of course met Nathanael in the very first chapter of the Gospel, the one in whom there was no guile, probably the same person as Bartholomew, which would be a name meaning son of Ptolemy, something like that. So here we have three of them. Then Nathanael is described as the from, ho apo, from, taking the genitive, kana tes Galileas. The from Cana of Galilee. Of course, Cana figures prominently in the Gospel. The first miracle Jesus performed was there in Cana. So we have that addition. So that's three of the disciples. And then we have Kai hoi, the. This is the nominative, plural masculine. The two Zebediah, the of Zebedee ones. So this is referring now to the two sons of Zebedee, James and John, are identified for us elsewhere in the synoptics as being those two. John leaving himself unnamed here, presumably the author. And then Kai aloi. Aloi is a pronoun meaning others. This is in the nominative, masculine plural, so others. Then ek, preposition, takes the genitive, ton, matheton, others of the disciples. Autu, possessive pronoun, referring to Jesus, of his disciples, duo, two of them. So you add them up, there's seven of them. Five mentioned, two are not mentioned by name. Speculation about that would suggest that maybe these other two disciples were not part of the original 12 disciples. Others say that possibly there were. This may be others that are just simply skipped over by John in terms of naming them, but one way or another we have seven altogether that are going to play a role now in the story as John begins to tell it.